Don't use that one. You will. Hi, I'm Tanya Hennessy and welcome to another episode of The Dance Beat, the show that is as loose as Grant's slip disc. This week it was trio week, and normally it's my job to make sexual innuendo, but Amanda and Denise really cut my grass.
Trio night. I can barely handle a twosome. God knows how I'm going to cope with a threesome.
Girls, stay in your lane. Jimmy sadly left the show, and the show was definitely less sizzly. Oh, remember Sizzler? Courtney Act was up first, and she hurt her rib.
Maybe we've bitten off more than we can chew.
Again, stop with the food things. That's my gear. That's all I have. That and an abnormal amount of hair on my upper lip. Amanda said to Courtney,
I had no idea you're such a beautiful singer.
and everyone was like, but like, that's why she's on the show, because she's a singer. I'm a low-key, high-key fan of Courtney Act, and knowing she's going to be in here soon makes me sweaty. I'm nervous. Next up was Jet and Lily, and I love the fact that Lily went to watch him do that Iron Man thing that he does. I did an Iron Man competition once. It was just me ironing our man. They were doing the quick step, and Jet is a really good dancer. That's nothing funny, that's just like a fact. Then Amanda joked about putting a broom up the butt.
If you did have a broom stuck up your backside, you could clean the floor as you head on up to the skybox.
Babes, it's 7:30. Sam was obviously jealous of Jet's package because he was like, oh, I want to do the same thing, and then they did that. I think it's really good that Sam's looking after his mental health and he's in the best state he's ever been. But like, exercising's the worst. Constance was hot. She's getting hotter every single week. But her saying, "Oh no, brown cow,"
Oh no, brown cow.
was entertaining. Gustavo leaning away from the kiss gave me flashbacks to my Year 9 formal.
Oh, I'm coming in for a kiss. Don't just stand there.
And no one kissed me, but I had a whiz fizz. The trios were up next, and Courtney and Josh were paired up with their enemy, Jared, who is also friggin' hot. But of course, Craig could only think of one thing.
I quite like the dominatrix.
Also, what happened here?
Well, maybe you could wear one of these like hot little cat suits and we could just roll you in flour and look for the wet spot.
Look, whatever it was, I hope to get my invite in the mail. Who sends mail anymore? Next up was Sam and Georgia with the stunning, Megan, and their costumes were so good.
I'm trained in the Alexander technique, which means that for every character you must have an animal. I like the idea of kind of in that moment I'm a peacock. I'm
also trained in the Alexander method. I'm mostly a sloth unless I'm at a buffet, and then I'm a walrus.
Every now and then you just get spaghetti arms.
Are spaghetti arms a real thing? I think it's when you go past the point of no return. Don't write those in again. They're so shit. Constance and Gustavo danced with Marco, and Gustavo was a little bit jealous.
Gustavo, you seemed a bit jealous this week.
No comment.
Next up was Jet, Lily, and Siobhan doing a very sexy salsa, so much so that I needed an adult present to watch it. But it was the producers who got the biggest thrill of the night when they catfished everyone going, oh, who's going home? And then they were like, no one.
Picture!
Sorry to interrupt, guys. I don't know if the producer... Josh, don't look so unimpressed. It's like seeing my dad again. Now, look, I don't know if the producers told you this, but this week it's threesome week again, or trio week, except it's with an inexperienced, very confident, ugly woman.
I don't know who that could be. That's all I see is a beautiful one.
What are we going to get this week?
We've got 2 dancers. Oh, we've got 3.
Oh, that sounds exhausting. Any of them contemporary? Because I would love to see that again. That was my
My
favourite.
ribs are still bruised from contemporary.
It's not going to happen.
Okay, you guys sound super not psyched for that one.
I'm
More
only
like-
allowed to give it 100% now because
or
I
even
give it
less.
150 and it's a bit too much.
No, with face and body.
Well, just with my physicality, like throwing myself at Josh for lifts and things, I think that I'm like a dainty 30-kilogram woman, and I'm just like,
Denise said last week, Courtney, can't you be like slightly more mediocre? And I was like, yes, girl, perfect, Courtney, give me something real. Can you tell me something relatable about you?
I have a webbed toe.
More.
I accidentally peed on my hip pads. So I was sort of squatted on the toilet and just was like, started peeing and then realised that I was peeing off in that direction and basically peed all over them. that I had to wear that night for the show.
Did you wear them with pee on them?
Yeah, and then...
There we go. Finally relatable, Courtney. I know you're always told, level it up, go harder, which just must really suck because I feel like you're at 100,000. Here's some ideas for this week. Fireworks.
Katy Perry or...
No, just like have fireworks. Maybe you could have like a couple of goats and camels on stage.
There's these hooks in the studio, and I reckon we just crunch them with our teeth and then spin around.
Really make it Cirque du Soleil.
You know that mirror ball? That really big mirror ball?
Yes.
I've been picketing to let them have me come down on the mirror ball if we make it to the grand finale.
Have to. I'll pitch to the producers. They don't know who I am, but I'm confident.
Yeah, I'm confident.
We might see some goats on their performance.
I hope so. Sometimes my singing has been likened to the screaming goat.
Oh my God, same. All right, we're going to do a wrap up. Shane, Josh, thank you guys so much. Best of luck in the competition. Thank you. I thought we were going open mouth. I would do that.